Welcome to our webinar. Let's talk about specs. And for those of you who are now going to be humming salt and pepper for the rest of the day, sorry about that. Your hosts for the day are myself, Bethany Weidenhammer. I'm with Metro's Client Services, and we've got Daryl Davis, our VP of Creative Services. So just a few things before we get started. This webinar will be recorded, and tomorrow you should get an email from Zoom with a link to the recording and a few other helpful links too. So if you don't see it, just note that it's coming from Zoom, not from Metro. So check your junk mail, and it'll be like pretty much 24 hours after this one. We're also going to post a copy of the webinar in our video tutorial library, so you can check it out there too. And we will leave some time at the end for questions. Also at the end, we do have a short survey, and we really appreciate when you guys fill out our surveys. It helps us so much for planning, to let us know how we're doing with our webinars, what kind of things you want to see. So we really appreciate it if you can take just a couple minutes and fill that out. And if you can't, there will be a link in the follow-up email, so you'll have another chance. So let's talk about specs, shall we? And I'm talking about spec ads, and a lot of you might have other names for them. So just so we're all on the same page, I'm talking about ideas for ads that you can present to a potential advertiser to give them an example of how they can advertise. You know, the things that sometimes you draw on a napkin and take out to them. Well, you don't have to use napkins anymore. And my slides don't want to work. There we go. So I'm sure most of you already know that spec ads sell. And you can increase your close rate to 70% or even higher by simply selling with a spec ad. And here are some more reasons why you should. So increase close rate, which we mentioned. They make a great conversation starter when approaching a new business. It also gives a starting point, so there's no pressure on your advertiser to have to think of an idea. And it also keeps you, your designer, your client, all on the same page, resulting in less back and forth and ultimately less revisions. For established clients, you can use a spec ad to upsell to color or to a larger size. And you can use a spec to offer a fresh new design change, especially for those ads that have been running the same over and over again for as long as you can remember. If your clients only run print ads, you can use some digital, or you can use some spec ads to show digital options. And they make a great way to reconnect with inactive accounts. And a lot of you will say that it takes too long to get spec ads made. Well, that's where Metro comes in. Did you know that as a Metro subscriber, you have thousands of spec ads at your fingertips? And even if you only subscribe to our most basic package, they're included in it. And we're not just giving you ideas like some companies. When you see our ads, you have everything that's there. You get the artwork, the text, everything except for the fonts. So it also makes things a lot easier for your designers because they have all the materials they need in the ad to start with. So you don't have to wait for anybody to do anything. Just dive into Metro, start printing and selling ads. And a spec ad doesn't have to be perfect in every detail. You're just presenting a general idea to your client, something to get that conversation started. And as you're talking, the client will give you feedback and any changes that they want to make to the ad. And they might even end up with an ad that's totally different than what you took in, but that's okay because it's sold. And now your designer can finish it up with the changes. So where can you find all these wonderful spec ads? Well, our search book is an online magazine that you can just quickly flip through to see all of the ad ideas and images that are new for the month. You can use keywords in the sales tools library to search our entire database and just print out generic print and digital spec ads. And there are so many different types, from just simple advertiser to, from simple retail ads to full page multiple advertiser, contests, self-promotion, everything you can think of. If your subscription includes the My Ad Wizard, you can easily personalize single advertiser ad templates by adding your client's contact information and even a logo. And then Metro has our own ad production service called Ads on Demand. So if you need more help, we can create custom print and digital ads with an overnight turnaround, and there's just a per ad fee for those. And you won't find ads in the planning and promotions calendar, but you will find events and ideas for promotions that can be used in the ads, giving your businesses more reasons to advertise. So Daryl and I are going to go over where you can find each of these resources, the basics of how to use them, and also where you can go if you need help. And you can find, so we're going over the basics here. So you can find more detailed tutorials in our video tutorial library, and I'll show you that at the end too. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Daryl now to start you off with the calendar.
Thanks, Bethany, and hello, everybody. We're focusing on the calendar on this slide, but the far left image has our home page with the search book available, and we've circled on the upper navigation bar where you can access our calendar. Today, we're just focusing on October, but generally, Metro's promotional calendar details advertising opportunities for every month. We focus on monthly, weekly, and daily events to help spark ideas to create spec ads. In November, for instance, there's National Breast Cancer Awareness, National Bullying Prevention Month. A lot of times these can start as idea generators to maybe reapproach a client who hasn't advertised in a long time, or to facilitate an advertising concept that you want to extend to a campaign, perhaps. Also available with each month is a printable version, which we're showing on the far right, which is a fantastic thing to leave behind for advertisers so that they can review possible events that they would want to advertise with. We're in October here, but November includes Lung Cancer Awareness Month, National Adoption Month, etc. So every month has really jam-packed content for starting some ideas. There are also US and Canada events. And as Bethany said, we have spec ads. Boy, do we have spec ads. We have tens of thousands of spec ads available in a variety of sizes, print, web, and mobile, which we'll talk about in a moment. But here we have a smattering of fourth quarter, holiday-oriented, the kind of things you're going to be seeing in the next few months: restaurants, stores, gyms, a Black Friday sale, et cetera, et cetera. Each month, we focus on 18 selected advertisers based on seasonal sales research, which we've done. Each of these has a corresponding web and mobile companion, which we'll look at as well. But these are great idea generators to localize spec ads, maybe for Black Friday, Cyber Monday, or a variety of other retailers. It's a great place to start to create a campaign, possibly extend the media buy, but a great place to peruse some top ad sales prospects for the month. Our multi-platform ads are detailed here. We have a print ad on the left. We have the top web sizes and the top mobile sizes available for each ad. I'm focusing on Halloween here because I love the ad. I think it's a fantastic image. But I also want to mention that this year, consumers are going to spend $10 billion on Halloween. That's up from $8 billion last year when the CDC recommended that people not trick-or-treat door to door. But we have, all kinds of solutions for trick-or-treating. We have trunk or treat, but I'm sure you're thinking well beyond Halloween at this point. One of our features is a marketplace layout, a great multi-advertiser layout where we display ads, but we also have an option for listings if you can't afford a display ad. It's a variety of price points for advertisers. Again, if you can't afford a display ad, a smaller ad could be configured out of this as well. Our monthly calendar is event-related advertisers. They have a prime focus in our monthly calendar layout, also offering a variety of sizes and ad possibilities. highlighting community events and happenings. These ads allow for extended exposure because people tend to keep the calendars around for the month. So further exposure for your ads. Taking a look at our multi-advertiser double trucks on the left, we have a multi-advertiser double truck for Black Friday. We have literally thousands of double truck multi-advertiser layouts that are, for use in our MCC library. On the right, we have an instance where maybe a premium advertiser would like to be placed next to some interesting editorial. In this instance, it's a good to know health and well-being infographic. And we have a health advertiser at the bottom. Our vast library of images allows you to not just create a single spec ad, but think in terms of a campaign. We're showing 3 different types of campaigns here. Sometimes the same headline with a different image. Sometimes it can be gorgeous photography like the winery that we have here on the left, or other times it's some basic tire ads. But again, these allow for you to extend your spec ad campaigns. And I just want to indicate here also, that we upload fresh content every week. And just, we're happy to be back and traveling in person again at conventions and talking to our customers. We were in Des Moines for the ACP convention. We were in Jacksonville, Florida for the NAA convention. And what we learned was people are looking for social media posts that they can use with their publications. And we are going to be implementing social media posts at Metro for Instagram use, Facebook use, Twitter use, and these are coming soon. But it basically serves as a reminder that we love to hear from you. We love to hear about requests, and we're available to help you with spec ads, image requests, all of the above. And I'm going to throw it back to Bethany at this point.
All right, I'm going to take it back and I'm going to take you live now to our site to show you where to find a lot of these things and go over some of the other resources. Okay, so now we're on the homepage of MCC. Every week, as Daryl said, we're constantly uploading ads like the ones he showed you and a lot more. And then we release our latest search book to show you everything that's been added over the last month. So to find the search book, you can go to the top left-hand corner of the screen where it says search book. And there's one for each of these services that you see here. You can click on it and just flip through the pages to see everything that's been added for the last month. Here are the top ad sales prospects that he showed you and tons of other stuff. So this is a real easy way to come in and just see what's new, get ideas, and get inspiration. Right? And then everything that we put in the search book also gets added to our always growing searchable database that is accessible through the sales tools library. And some of you who have already been using our site may be using the creative library. That's fine. It's the same, you're searching the same content in either place. It's just that the sales tools library has a lot of other helpful links and things that are that can be helpful for sales. So you can go in there right from here or from anywhere on the site. You can go to the search menu and select sales tools. Okay, and when you're here, you just take a few minutes to explore the splash page. There's a link to the calendar, the wizard, a lot of good stuff on here, some featured articles and videos here, quick links to certain ad types and search book links. So just take a few minutes and check that out. Okay. And then when you're ready to search, you've got all your filters on the left-hand side. So you can type in either a Metro file name or you can type in keywords. Let's do shop local. And since this webinar is all about ads, you want to make sure that you have spec ads and covers selected, but definitely, feel free to go through the images too, because like Daryl was saying, you can create a campaign for your customer using the same template and just giving different images to swap out over the time that the ad's being run. You can also, maybe you find the perfect template, but the image isn't quite ideal for your advertiser. So you can jump in and find some other images that they might like better to suggest. So you can check those out too. And you've got a lot of other filters here to help you narrow your search. If you're trying to boost digital sales, the spec ads and covers filters here, you can select web mobile to find static JPEG ads. Or if you're looking for a print ad with the corresponding web and mobile, like Daryl showed you in his slide, you can select print with web mobile. The print ad type menu, this is a good one for finding specific types of ads. Again, a lot of the ones Daryl mentioned are in here, like calendar, infographics, marketplace, top ad sales prospects. So these are good ways to find those quickly. Now the marketplace falls under the category of multiple advertiser, but multiple advertisers a lot broader. There are a lot of different styles, like the double trucks that he showed you, and all kinds of other styles. Any ad that targets more than one advertiser, use multiple advertiser to get all the styles. Because I have a lot of people ask, how do I find SIG pages, gang pages, telemarketing pages? Well, this will give you all of those. All right, so let's scroll back up here and do a search. So once you have your results, find an ad that you like, hover over it, and just click print preview. So it's that easy. Just type in your keywords, hover, print preview, and you've got yourself an ad that you can take out. And it'll look like this. So there's a preview of the ad. There's an area for you to make notes, and it'll have your name at the bottom. I'm in with the demo password, so my name isn't really Metro Services, but when you guys log in, you want to make sure that you have your own password. If you're sharing passwords, then you don't want to hand this ad to a client with the name of a sales rep that you replaced 10 years ago, or your designer's name that your sales or that your advertiser doesn't even know. So make sure that you have your own passwords. And if you want to email this to a client, you can email things directly from our site, and we want it to go from your email address and not somebody else's. Okay. There's also a file name here. This is what your designer would need once the ad sells, so they can pull it up and download the InDesigner Quark package and make any changes for you. So again, that easy. Search, hover, print. Now, there are some other little bells and whistles in here. If you just want to gather ideas together to come back to later, you can add things to your Lightbox or to a project. And those are both just kind of like shopping carts that you find on other websites. Puts everything together. You can go back and compare it all. You would find them in these tabs here. And the projects have the advantage of letting you share projects with other people within your company. Okay. If you are looking for web ads, if you see the W and click this, it'll show you the related web and mobile ads. If you have our wizard program and you want to take the ad a little further by adding your client's business information, you can click open in My Ad Wizard. And there's also this email file link option, so you can email it right to a designer once it sells, and they have a quick link to download the Quark or InDesign packages. All right. Now I mentioned that there are some advantages to the sales tools library over the creative library. The splash page is definitely one of them with all the helpful links, but another one is that you can search for ideas in here. So you have our Plus Business stories all archived, and Plus Business, those are our customer success stories. So great promotions, anything that another customer did that was really successful that they want to share. This is a great place to go to see what other people are doing and maybe piggyback off of their idea and then tweak it for your own market. We also have the ideas and training tips, and these are just tips on how to better utilize our website and our services, and then some other sales ideas too. So you can just check off any of these boxes and search for those kind of ideas as well. And you can use keywords if you're looking for something specific, or just leave the box blank and bring them all up and check them out. All right, so that is the sales tools library. Now, if your subscription includes the My Ad Wizard, you can take the spec ads a step further by adding your client's contact information and even a logo if you want to any of the single advertiser ad templates that are available in the Wizard library. And at last count, we had over 35,000 ads in there. So there's a few to choose from. To get to the Wizard, you can either click the tab to jump right there, or under the search menu from anywhere on the site, you can go to My Ad Wizard. And this is real easy too. You don't have to do everything. You can just go to the sales tools library and print out a generic ad. But if you do want that extra advantage of having your client's name and information in the ad, then that's when you want to use the Wizard. And it's just 3 steps. Step 1, you're going to choose your advertiser. Step 2, you're going to choose your template. Step 3, you're going to share it with your client. So step 1, if you have an advertiser already in the list, you can click the list and select it. If not, hit create new advertiser. And honestly, this is the most time consuming part of the 3-step process. If you have to enter your client's information and you're not a fast typer, this will probably take you longer than any part of the process. And then you can upload a logo or any graphic. Maybe you want to use a headshot of your realtor in a real estate ad instead of using a logo. You can totally do that. And we're on to step 2. Here we're going to type in our keywords again, or a file name. You can choose whether you're looking for print or web or both. And when you find a template that you like, just click on it. And we're already at step 3. And we're sparkling, and there we go. So now we have a personalized ad. It has our business's information. If you don't want to go any further, you don't have to. You can just print this out and take it to your client. If you do want to get a little bit fancier, you can do that too. Just click the customize button. And over here, you can tweak how the company information displays in the ad. I'm going to add a logo, so I don't need the company name as text. So I'm just going to take that out. And here's where you can put the logo on or the piece of art. You can hide social media icons. You can adjust the size within reason, and you can change it to black and white. So I'm just going to add the logo here. And I think this is my favorite part because it's just so easy. Just drag and drop it where you want it to go. Grab a corner to adjust the size. So it's totally flexible. And we're done. Okay, so now that I have it the way I want it, I'm going to save it so I can always come back to it. So we're going to click save. And when you save an ad, you're saving it to what we call a presentation. And a presentation can just be one ad, or it can have multiple ads that you want to show the client. And you can add them to an existing presentation, or you can create a new one. So I'm going to add it to one that I already have started. And we're saving. And now I'm going to share it. So you just click share, and you can share it as either a low res PDF. You can email it to your client, or you can print it out. So here is what the PDF looks like. And in my browser, it just opens in the browser. Your settings, it might open in Adobe Reader. Either is fine. You can print it out from here. So it's very much like the print preview in the spec sales tools library. You've got your ad, you've got the area for notes, your name at the bottom, and the Metro template number is here to give to your designers. Now, I have multiple ads in this presentation. So to see everything that's in your presentation, you can click open presentation. And so here are some other ones I did. So I added some web ads to go along with that print ad. And I gave some other template options to choose from so that I can hit my client up with a Thanksgiving ad, a Christmas ad, a New Year's ad, everything all at once, one visit. Now, if you are going to visit your client in person and you have a laptop or a tablet with internet connection, if you hit this present button, you have a really nice display of the ads that you can scroll through with them right in front of them. And they look big and bright and beautiful. And it's just a really nice way to be able to present the ads. You can also hit the share button here and you can share the entire presentation as a PDF, or you can email it, or you can print it. All right, so you have a lot of ways to share it. So those are just the basics of the wizard. Again, you're going to find your advertiser, choose a template, and then you can share it right from there. If you want to do a little bit more to it, you can. And there's even more that the wizard does. You can check out our detailed video tutorials for more details on how to use the wizard, or we can always set up training for you too, to go over everything. And if the wizard's not already part of your subscription, we do offer free trials, so you can always contact us and we can set that up for you. And one other thing, if you are subscribing to the holiday advertising service, you have free access to the My Ad Wizard for all of your holiday ads. So even if you don't have it on a regular monthly basis with your monthly subscription, you have it for your holiday ads. So it's a great way to create personalized spec ads for all those Christmas and New Year's greetings and Thanksgiving. Okay, so last resource, Ads on Demand. Ads on Demand is our overnight ad production service. And with our online tracking system, you can create a new order here. You can submit an order with all the details of what you need, and then we'll build it to your client specs so that every ad is completely custom. Or we can even just put the finishing touches on a Metro template that you found in the Sales Tools library or started in the Wizard. We can also create digital ads, static, animated, interactive, and all with an overnight turnaround and unlimited revisions. There is a per ad fee, but there are no monthly minimums, no quantity commitments, and no additional contracts outside of your Metro newspaper service contract are required. The access for Ads on Demand is by request only. And we do also offer a free trial of this service too. So if you're interested, just let us know and we can set you up with that. So those are all of our spec ad resources. I'm going to switch back to my slides here, which will hopefully go smoother than switching to Chrome. And all right, there we go. Okay. So in addition to all of the spec ad resources, we also have a lot of resources to support you when you need help. So if you look to the top right-hand corner of our website, you'll see the support menu, and you have a lot of great things here. Number one, you'll find a contact us option to call or email your friendly client services department. You can contact us if you have any questions, need to update users, have any art requests, tech support, want to set up training, whatever you can think of. We're here. Give us a call and you will get a live person on the phone to help you. The video tutorials page, you'll find a ton of detailed tutorials here. So I've been promising to tell you where this is. Here it is. You can find it in the support menu. Videos for everything we could think of. And if there's something that we didn't think of that you want to see a video for, let us know and we'll make one. You can visit the live training webinars page to see what webinars we have coming up, like our holiday sales workshop. If any of you sat in on the last holiday webinar, this one will be similar, but we're going to include a lot of actual customer examples. So you may want to keep an eye out for that one too. And then we can also set up one-on-one training for you or for your whole staff even. It's really great, makes a great refresher because over the years, so many, we add new features and not everybody realizes it. So something to think about. The My Account page, this is relatively new. Anyone can come in here to update their profile You'll see the password and profile section. You can update an email address, change your password. You can click the My Services to see what services you're subscribing to. Maybe you want to see if you have the wizard or if you have the holiday advertising service. So you can go there to look for that. The manage user accounts here, only Metro admin users or our key contact people for updating passwords and everything will see the manage user accounts. So you can go in here to update users, remove people that aren't there, add new users, make sure everyone's email addresses are up to date. And if you're not an admin user, you can always reach out to us. There's a customer support link right here too. And we can help you update users. And it's so important that everybody has their own passwords. I mean, I mentioned before that, you don't want to take out ads with somebody else's name on it. But also along with having their own passwords, we also want to have everybody's email addresses so that you're not missing any of our email communications. The pop-ups, when we put up helpful pop-ups with reminders and information about webinars, if everyone has the same password, the first person to log in sees the pop-up and then they close it and nobody else gets the benefit of seeing whatever that was. And maybe that third person in line to log in could have really benefited from that information. So we really just want everybody to have their own password, and there's no limit. You can have as many passwords as you need. So don't let that be a hindrance. Okay. And we just added this section today. So if you were in here yesterday, you didn't see it. So this is brand new. Just some reminders of all of the benefits that you have with your subscription. So if you want to check this out a little further, just go to the My Account page. And we also have our forum, which is also fairly new. It's a great way to get ideas, share ideas, ask questions. You can send us art requests through here and show us your finished products, which we love to see. So always feel free to share. So to recap, spec ads sell, and Metro makes it easy for you to always have the spec ads you need to close a sale. We've got the search book that lets you see all of the new ideas to get inspiration. The sales tools library, where you can quickly just print out generic print and digital spec ads. My Ad Wizard that lets you take it that extra step of adding your client's business information to the ad. And then Ads on Demand for completely custom ad design. And then don't forget about the planning and promotions calendar for event and promotion ideas that you can include in the ads. And then to help support you, which hopefully you haven't forgotten these because I just went over them recently, you've got the client services team, video tutorials, training webinars, the My Account page, and the forum, all there to help you. So thank you all so much for attending our webinar. If there's anything you need, definitely reach out to us. You can call 800-223-1600 or email service@metro-email.com, or you can email Daryl or I directly, and our emails are all right here. So with that, I'm going to open it up to some questions, and let me...
Oh, there you are, Bethany. Okay.
There I am. I forgot to turn my video back on when I did.
So we do have a specific question from Joy Beers asking to clarify, the spec ads are only for ideas unless you have My Ad Wizard, correct? You can't just adjust the copy unless you have My Ad Wizard. That's not correct, actually. You can, utilize our spec ads without having the My Ad Wizard, although we would recommend that is an option for you to be able to take out to sell to prospective advertisers. But all the spec ads are available for download and, changing whatever you would like within Quark or InDesign, whatever program you have.
Right. The only thing is if you're a sales rep, then I guess that could be kind of true because you can't, if you don't have the programs to do it, if you don't have Quark or InDesign, then yeah, you'll just be printing out a generic ad. Whereas Wizard, you can go in and make those, you can add the information yourself. So if you're speaking as yourself, for yourself as a sales rep, then yes, but like Daryl said, everything in the sales tools library has an InDesign or Quark package. So your designers can always go in and do any manipulation to those ads.
But they're great for ideas, but we also give you everything that's exhibited in the ads.
Yes. Would these spec ads be specific to our publications? They're all going to be, I mean, they're generic. Each publication is going to have their own subscription. So depending on what services you subscribe to, like you might have the Metro newspaper service, but might not have the campaigns and classifieds. So the spec ads that you see are going to be for whatever your publication subscribes to. If that's what you're asking, I'm not sure. Can even the artwork be altered? Do you want to take that one, Daryl?
Sure. Yes. Everything that is shown is, able to be cropped, changed. If there's anything specific that you'd like, we are open to making an alteration for you, but you can certainly manipulate it however you'd like.
Trying to get through the chat here to get through all the answers from the original question to get to the new questions. Is there an option to receive the monthly idea book in the mail? We don't have it in the mail anymore. COVID kind of killed that plan. But with the search book, and let me see if I can get back to Chrome again without turning off my screen. In the search book, you do have the option to download it as a PDF. So if you go into any of the search books, right up here, you'll see download PDF. So you can download the whole book as a PDF that you can then print out if you want to have your own hard copy that you can use offline, or just print out certain pages even to take out and show your clients. The holiday service, though, does still have that book as a hard copy. So if you're getting the hard copy, if you're getting the holiday service, you can get a book with that.
So we have another question. We have a subscription and don't see any changes to the frames and borders you offer. And I'm not exactly certain what that means, Patty, but if you have a specific need or need something changed with one of our frames or borders, please email me directly and I'll be happy to help you with that.
How do I find my password? You can give us a call or shoot us an email and we'll be happy to get that for you. We don't have the forgot my password option to have it done automatically, although we do. Wait, there is somewhere on this site, and I don't even know where it is because I never send myself a password. But you can, any of the contact us, you can just click on and send us an email and we'll get back to you with your login. My font list is limited and I have to readjust my fonts. Is there a way we can access the fonts you use? On the Creative Library page, we have this PDF that we did about font replacements for Adobe CC Typekit users. I don't know if you're one of those, but you can check that out for some quick ideas on what fonts are similar to some of the ones that we use. If you don't have those, we're using Adobe fonts, Daryl?
Yes. And most of our decorative fonts are created as art. So if you needed something specific, again, we'd be happy to help you replicate something that we've used or demonstrated in an ad. I have another question here about Metro conducted a survey recently that I participated in. I was curious about the results of the question. InDesign versus Quark, wondering if anyone still uses Quark. We do still have Quark users, but we determined that InDesign is really winning out.
How about username? Would that be our email address? No, your username is going to be something that our system assigns, and it's usually your initials followed by 6 numbers. So again, that's something we can get for you. If you don't know what it is, just let us know and we'll look it up. Whenever an admin user goes into the My Account page and sets up new users, it will automatically generate a really awful password for everybody. Some of them have symbols that I don't even know where to find on my keyboard. So if you are the recipient of one of those lovely passwords, you can always go back into the My Accounts and go under the profile part, passwords and profile, and you can update it and change your password to something that is much easier for you to remember. Can the lightbox be shared with my production department? The lightbox cannot be shared. That is just per user, but the projects can. So if you want to share, you can use the project option instead. And you can also create multiple projects with the project organizer, whereas the lightbox is just one lightbox with everything in it. But the projects you can have multiple, and those you can share.
Answering Carol about Quark, we are not necessarily moving away from Quark. We're still interpreting the survey, so we don't have any intention to cut you off, and that's the answer to that. This is my favorite question. Next, is there a prize for filling out the survey?
It depends on how good your answers are.
Yes, exactly. We will be assessing the answers and making a prize determination accordingly.
All right, Becky says, I just want to make sure I'm on the same page. If I customize my spec ads using Wizard and the customer likes it, I can't just download the files on Wizard and use it. Actually, this is one of the, I didn't really go into this because I was trying to keep it really simple, but let me jump back into the Wizard here. In fact, I'm just going to go into the presentation I already have. To do that, you can just click on, this would show your company name here. And we'll go into my presentation. So there's an option here, and this is also in the step 3 of the Wizard. You don't have to be in the presentation. There's a download option. You can download this as a camera ready PDF. If it's a web ad, you can download it as a JPEG, or even if it's a print ad and you just want to put it on Facebook or on your website, you can download it as a JPEG. You can also click production files. That will take you right back into the creative library. And from here, you can download the original InDesigner Quark package, or a designer can. So you might even want to just copy this link and send it to a designer, and they can get right here. Now, when they download these packages, it's going to be the original unedited version. So they'll just need to go back in and put the company information back in, and then make whatever other changes are necessary. We are hoping to modify this a bit. So there are some changes coming soon, hopefully, to make this a little bit easier. But for now, that would be the way to do it. Just click that production files and copy the link. Everybody has access to, if you're paper subscribing to the Wizard, all the users have access to it. So a designer could even just jump in here on their own, go into your projects, into your presentation rather, and jump right in there and get their production files and do it themselves without you sending the link. So it just depends on how you want your workflow to work, but you could do it either way. So I hope that answers that question. Anything else? So I'm not sure if I'm reading this right, Kay, but what's the price per ad for you to design it for Wizard? The Wizard is just a flat rate every month. Ads on demand would be per ad. And I can send you the rate card for that. They start at like $15 for a quarter page or smaller, or for a static web ad. So I can send you the information for that. Thanks, Michael.
Thanks, Michael.
All right. Anybody else? No, I think we are slowing down here. Oh, well, no, all of a sudden, a few more came in. Okay, so just you don't have the wizard, so you can't save or share. What's the best way for a sales rep to share a spec ad the client likes with the designer? So if you're in the sales tools library and do a search here, find an ad. If you want to share it with the designer, you can either use this email file link, and that will create an email that you can send right to your designer. It'll have a link that will take them right to that ad. The other alternative is to click more options, and you can copy the link so this is basically the same page that we got to from the wizard too. So it's more options, and you can copy the link at the top of the page and send that to the designer. And a lot of people asking for wizard rates. I'll write your names down here, and I will get back to you with that information. And Carol, are you looking for ads on demand or wizard? Just let me know and I'll shoot that over. Both. Okay. Okay. All right, we're getting a little out of control here. You can also send us an email when we're done too. And if anyone else needs rates for anything, shoot us an email and we'll get those over to you. And you can also do a free trial. One other thing for a lot of these questions, we do have video tutorials for those. So under our video tutorial library, there's a whole section for sales tools, which covers, there's a basic one for the wizard here. And there's also there's a category for the wizard. And we do have a specific video for the wizard on how all the different ways that you can share with your designers. We don't have one for the sales tools area. But I can make one of those. But this is a good place to go for a lot of details too. And let's see.
Thank you.
Is there a way to view this presentation again? Yes. Once I finish processing it and maybe crop out the whole part where I lost screen sharing, we'll post it to our website. So on the same video tutorial page, there's a section for webinars. So there's our archive of all of the webinars we've done since we started doing these big ones in March. You'll find them all here. And tomorrow at 1:00 Eastern time, you should get an email. It'll come from Zoom that will have a link to the recording in there too, and some other helpful links.
And Bethany, I just want to jump back to Sandra Marquez that's asking, assuming the calendar part goes out the whole year, is updated month to month. Sandra, it is updated continually. The entire year is available, but we are constantly updating our promotional calendar.
All right, anyone else? I think I'm losing my voice. All right, last time I thought we were about done, then we got a whole new flurry.
Any questions? Okay, sure.
And if you're just a slow typer and you need a minute, just type wait, and I'll give you a second to type your question so that we don't cut you off. Anybody? Going once? Going twice? All right, I think that might be all. All right. Well, thank you everybody for attending and for all the questions. This has been great. And I'm
Thank you.
pull our contact us slide up there on the website there one more time with the 800 number and the email address. So if anybody does have any more questions, feel free to reach out to us. We'll be happy to answer them. And I will get back to all of you whose names I wrote down that need pricing on things. And don't forget about that survey. All right. Well, thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everyone.
And we hope to see you again at the next webinar. Bye.
Thank you.